Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Memescape News, the best source information on the current happenings of the Memescape. I am your host, Evan, and I'd like to get started with a very interesting story in current events. This week in current events, cancel culture and the Snickers dick vein. That's a hell of a headline, isn't it? Essentially, there was a hoax that went around the past couple weeks claiming that Snickers, after being forced by SJWs to create action, was forced to make their Snickers bars smooth instead of having the signature pattern on top, which people often like to refer as the dick vein, because it somewhat resembles the veiny nature of a nice girthy cock. This is false. This did not happen. There was no such change to the way that Snickers are manufactured, and Snickers has even come out and said that this is not happening. But it's an interesting case of modern internet culture and almost a satirical looking at how some people react to cancel culture. Because on one hand, one could view it as a parody of cancel culture, but on the other hand, it could be making a mockery of those who care a great deal about fighting against cancel culture. You know, those who view cancel culture as a thing that is a problem, you know? So it's an interesting way to, examine this idea, and I just think that it's fucking hilarious.
There was a Twitter account that is known for trolling media outlets, and they said, we're tired of cancel culture and all this stuff. They followed up with it with a Snickers bar that was flat. It didn't have the vein, and they said cancel culture is taking the dick vein, and then a shit ton of outlets ran with it. They were saying like
legit.
Yeah, they were saying like cancel culture is taking away the dick vein, and then Snickers tweeted
Had to put out a statement,
and they were like, the vein will stay.
The vein remains. Let's get into the meme economy. This week in the meme economy, I have a meme that's been taking off, and I have a meme that I failed to cover earlier. So let's start with the latter. TBH is a meme that spawned from a shitty drawing by the Twitter user AC Miku. I think? I'm not actually sure. Essentially, they just drew this little funny thing. And that's literally the beginning and ending of the meme, as far as I'm aware. It's somehow connected to the Binding of Isaac community, but I'm not exactly sure to what degree and how, so there's only so much I can say about it. But people have essentially been using this character almost the way that people use the Among Us crewmate, just like shoehorning in at random shit, and often with the crewmate and TBH just interacting with each other. TBH, I assume, stands for to be honest, but I don't really understand why it's named that. You know, probably just some meta irony shit, you know, because that's just how internet culture is, you know, just TBH. It's impossible to say whether this meme is something worth investing in because there's nothing to invest in. It's just an image. Now, the applications of how this can be used in conjunction and interaction with other meme formats is a completely different story, and perhaps it very much could be used to get some decent investments. But returns. But this very much seems more like a tool to create a funny meme rather than a funny meme itself. It's like you gotta add it into something. But what do I know? My favorite application has been when they've taken other memes and just placed this guy on top of them. Sort of like what they were doing with the Mike from Breaking Bad over shitty anime memes from a couple weeks ago. You know, something like that. Finally for this week, the first one to fall asleep at the sleepover. Basically, people have made jokes about the first one falling asleep at the sleepover for years.
So Sonny's knocked out. I'm gonna stack some stuff on him. Perfect. Look, he's still knocked out.
You know, jokes about how, you know, you always play prank on that person, you know, put their hand in some water, put shit on top of them, maybe draw on their face, you know, but there's been a recent parody of this trope in the past couple weeks, where essentially people take the caption, first one to fall asleep at the sleepover, rookie mistake, and put footage of, like, CGI recreations of, like, serious surgeries underneath it as just, like, a joke, like, yeah, oh, he fell asleep, let's transplant his face.
Hey guys, it's your one and only, Dr. Mike here. In today's special episode we're going to do something really funny. During my next sleepover, I'm pranking one of my friends. This going to be hilarious.
A few moments later.
Hey yo, look who fell asleep first. Prank him.
Mike.
You already know.
It was just a pie prank. What did you expect?
No, stop. What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's fucking funny. I like this meme just because it's so outlandish, and there's also a lot you can do with it. I've seen a few different examples of this that aren't, surgery related, but I haven't really found any good enough that are worthy to show on the show. Of course, you know, I think that everybody who watches this at this point knows this, but every single video I ever put in these episodes are right down in the description. I like to make sure I give credit. So, you know, go check out the original creators. They make good shit. This is the sort of meme where if you get a good idea about investing, you definitely should go ahead and do it, because I think that you're going to make something that people are going to remember and they're going to like. And that's what it's all about. Giving some people enjoyment and making their day a little better. That and getting a whole bunch of likes on Twitter. I don't know. And finally for this week, this.
Oh shit.
That's about it for this edition of Memescape News. Did I miss something or say something inaccurate? Let me know down there in the comments and I'll mention it next time. If you want to be on the show, please let me know and I'd like to have you on. Have your own segment, just do your own thing with my supervision. I'd like that. Be well. See you ladies and gents next time.